Welcome back to another episode of the Spirits of the Streets podcast. Today in the building, Ordinary Child.
How's it going?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good.
That's good, man. So, my first time officially meeting you.
Yeah, it actually is. Yeah.
You know, this is our first time really getting to connect and really sit down and chop it up.
That's hella cool, bro. Cause like I remember hearing about you, cause I went to school for CAC, right?
Okay.
I went to like the EIT program,
Okay.
and I remember like hearing about like your group, what's it called
The No Class
Yeah,
Millionaire.
No Class Millionaires.
Okay.
Right? I heard about it, right?
Right on.
And then like
Early on, yeah.
Yeah, and then I seen like probably like a month or two, right? I seen you drop the episode with Suze, you know. And Suze is a
Oh.
good friend of mine, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, like me and him like we're really close, you know.
Question, are you guys related?
No, dude. Bro, we get that so much, bro. I remember we were in class, right?
Yeah.
And then what's it called cuz we this is for the EIT like performance like where that we were doing, right? Because we went for like sound engineering, right?
Okay.
And then I remember like people there thought we were related, right?
Right.
And then me and him were like, yeah, bro, like we're freaking twins.
Y'all can
And
sell
then,
it,
yeah,
for real.
and then this older lady, right? Because she was going through there too. I think she was doing something for like she was going for like her church, like she was gonna be like, you know, like the engineer for the church, right?
Okay.
And yeah, bro, and she like really believed it,
She
bro.
was sold
like,
on it.
"Gosh, I see, you know.
No, y'all have just, I don't know if it's maybe the glasses or
It's-
just
bro.
it's I don't know. There's something about y'all
Yeah,
that it's just very similar.
yeah, we're very similar. I'm a little cuter, but you know,
Hey,
just
he
a
said
little
it.
bit though. He cute too.
said
He
it,
cute
man.
too, bro. He cute. You know?
Yo, so for the people out there that don't know like who you are and what you do, can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So I'm basically I make indie pop, like alternative kind of music. I've been making it for like probably a while. I remember like I started off in high school. I remember meeting up with one of my friends. Like I had seen him around, cause like in middle school, he was actually kind of popping in middle school. I don't know if you know him. His name is Raymond Mendez, right? He was kind of popping in middle school because
Okay.
he used to make like little YouTube videos, you know, back in like 2012 or like real, but back then when like
Yeah.
YouTube's barely like, you know, kind of like coming up, whatever, right?
Right.
And he had a cool little following, you know.
Nice.
And I remember hearing about him through there, whatever. And like I've always been able to like sing, you know. I've always been like you know, kind of musically like inclined, you know.
Yeah, right.
And I remember like I'd always was scared to like really like give my voice out, you know, like
Okay.
cuz I'm a good singer, you know, but like it's that kind of like that stage fright that you get,
Right.
you know,
Once
like
you're in front of people.
yeah, you know. I always just like singing in like the shower or whatever, and like my room and shit like that, and like make little songs and stuff, but I would never record anything, right?
But you were actually like writing songs though. And,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, okay, fine.
Yeah,
And
well,
this was in middle school?
yeah, this is middle school.
Nice.
I remember like when I was younger, I think maybe like probably like 6 or 7, I wrote like my first song,
Oh wow.
and it was like but I didn't really write it. I was kind of like me and my uncles and my aunts, right?
Okay.
I used to stay with them for like the summer, and like I remember I came up with this little jingle of like a fucking like an alligator eating fucking shorts or something like that. Yeah,
Just some kid shit.
yeah, some kid shit, you know.
But you were like interested in making the music, into like writing the song, getting the melody, and like,
Yeah. It's just like it's the feeling, bro. Like I remember like when you're a kid and you hear like music, bro. Like you get like this crazy feeling where it's just like, man, like I've never like it just puts you in this fucking zone where you're just like, wow, like how it's crazy how like someone can make you actually feel that way. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, through music. For
yeah,
sure,
yeah, like it's a whole different like you feel like you're going kind of like a different dimension, bro. Like oh shit, you know, like when you get that your favorite song, bro, and you hear like oh shoot, and you just freaking play it on repeat like fucking 30-40 times. You know what I mean? Like, and then like I've always like I kind of that's what I want to do, bro. I want to make like create that feeling, bro. You know what I mean? Cause like it just you're alive, bro. You know at
Right,
that point,
right.
you know, like.
So how did that transition from you like kind of dabbling into music to, you know, making your first song officially?
Yeah, well, like, you know, my parents, like, because I kind of always had that thing where, like, I felt like I was supposed to make music, you know? But, like, obviously, like, life and stuff, like you know, your family and stuff, they kind of want you to go in a
more of a traditional
route,
route,
you know,
more
like
career path here. This is more safe.
exactly.
Be a doctor, be
Exactly.
a firefighter, be whatever.
Yeah,
I get it. Yeah,
which you know is true, you know, and like so like
it's the safe route.
yeah, so like I've always kind of struggled with that where I'm like, damn, like I know this is what I really want to do, you know, and
But this is what they want me to
and
do.
well, they've always been supportive, you know, but I never told them that I wanted to make music, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So like I was kind of like, oh, you know, okay, I'll do this. Like I remember like I was like, I'm all right, I'll try to do like a be orthodontist or something, or like, you know.
But your heart wasn't in it.
Exactly, you know what I mean? And then I figured out like through time, you know, like just like, all right, you know, like I'm really good at making this fucking music thing, you know,
Yeah.
like, and you know, it's what I need to do, bro. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
It's what I need to like.
It feels right
Yeah, it just feels right, you know. It feels like
where you need to be.
exactly like.
And you're talented for sure.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
You're talented for sure in the sense of not only like the music that you create, but your whole vibe, your artistry, and how you project it, at least on social media and online.
Thank you, bro.
In the way that I see you kind of marketing your new project coming up,
I'm
which we'll get
trying.
into that. But
yeah, I'm trying.
but I see that there is some thought out effort into it.
Yeah. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate it because I see you like, I mean, you're just on it, bro. Like I see you freaking doing videos, bro. And then I see you like, you know, over here engineering, and I freaking DJing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, bro. Like,
Well,
this,
I don't engineer for
Okay.
anybody else,
okay.
but I do know how.
yeah, that's dope.
I won't.
That's dope.
I don't take clients. I don't do
Yeah,
that, and
yeah.
I will DJ spots. But
Yeah.
for as far as engineering, I won't call myself that because
Yeah.
I'm still barely even like I'm not a DJ.
Yeah.
I'm just a fucking host, really, aux chord king, to be honest with you.
That's dope.
but no, I appreciate that. Doing it for a long time, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like different hats I gotta wear.
Yeah,
Different-
that's super sick. You know, like when I first came, like making music, like I was so like just nervous and being in front, like around people. Like I was just like my friend Raymond, he was the one that really kind of got me like,
out of your
okay,
shell.
yeah, because he would make like beats and like he would rap,
Okay.
and then you know he like he heard that I could sing, you know.
Nice.
And then I remember one day he came up to me, you know, like we would talk here and there, but like we weren't really, like super like, you know, close, right?
Right.
And then he was like, "Yo, bro," he's like, "I heard you can sing, whatever, you know, like I make beats, whatever, and like I rap too, whatever." He's like, "Maybe we
Yeah.
can do something, you know." And then
Yeah.
like I remember he's like, show me a little something, you know, like sing something, you know. And then I was like, I don't know what to sing, bro. And then fucking, I think I sang some like Bruno Mars or some shit, you know.
Nice.
And then
Nice.
he's like, all right, you know. And then like took him back to his place, you know. But it's crazy because he didn't live in like a house, right? He lived in a hotel, bro. Like his like mom was like the manager of a hotel, and he had his own little hotel room, bro.
Right.
And it was like super sick, you know.
Fire.
And then like he freaking like we were just recording through there, bro. And I remember we just fucking.
Was that the first time you like actually recorded a song?
Yeah. Well, yeah. That was like the first time I actually recorded a song. And like, well, actually no, I think that would have been the second because I remember like I was doing shit on my phone, like on GarageBand.
Okay.
I was making music through there, bro. Like I was fucking like playing like ukulele through there, bro, and then fucking.
And you do play instruments, right?
Very limited.
Okay.
Like it takes me like I can get chords down. Like once I get the chord down, all right, then I go in and I can record it, you know.
Yeah.
But it's very limited, bro. I'm not like fucking jamming,
Going
you know what I
crazy,
mean?
but
yeah,
but you do dabble into it.
yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm
Fire.
trying to like get better at like playing what's it called
Keyboards?
actually, yeah, keyboards. Like
Yeah,
that's what I'm really
piano.
like practicing like lately. I've been like
Yeah.
doing like probably like trying to do like an hour a day.
Nice.
You know, just like really getting into like the proper way to play because I mean it can make shit so much faster, bro. Just you know like
once you actually know what you're doing,
exactly.
and then after that, it's kind of just like, okay, what do I want to do?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you like I don't know about you, but like when I think like I always have the songs like already in my head, bro, and it's like it's playing, you know, and I know like the instrumentation that I want, like the sound that I want, bro.
Nice.
But the hardest thing that I've like even up to this point like I haven't been able to get is still where like you're like, oh, like I can get it sounding exactly how I
what
have
I'm
it
hearing in my head.
bro. Like you
Yeah.
know, like that's like that. I think that's been the goal for me. Like that's why I was like, I want to do engineering because like it's cool. Like I would go to other engineers, you know, but like I just feel like I have that. They don't hear what I'm hearing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like if I really want to like stay like true to my music and like all right, do what I want to do. You know,
You
like
have to
I
do it
gotta do
yourself.
it. You know what I mean? I gotta be in
Facts.
there fucking mixing, like EQing, compressing. You know, and
Facts.
so-
That's engineer talk for you guys right
Yeah.
there, man. So you did go to school for it.
Yeah, I went to school for it, bro.
You went to CAC?
Yeah, CAC, yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, I went there, and then I interned at the salt mine
Fire.
over here in Mesa.
Okay.
It was dope. It was hella cool, you know. I had actually started like kind of working there. I was like an intern that was almost an engineer there, you know.
Okay.
Where I was doing sessions and stuff, like in and out. I did like basically a session like every studio, and I learned like it's crazy because like you don't know what you don't know. You know what I mean?
Until you're in the spot and they're asking you to do
bro.
some
You know,
shit.
you go to school, bro, and like
Crash
you like,
course.
you know, well, first you try to learn by yourself, obviously, right?
Right.
And then you're like, all right, I got a little bit here, and then you go to school, and then you're like, oh shoot, like this is a whole new thing.
It's
you
a
know what I
whole
mean?
nother thing.
And then you're like, damn, you know, like all
But
right.
then real life hits and it's a whole other thing.
And then you go to the studio, bro, and it's a whole different thing. Like,
Yeah.
damn, you know, like
Right,
it's crazy.
right.
Like I really learned a lot there, you know.
100%, man.
Yeah.
For those of you out there that want to pursue, you know, the knowledge in music or whatever it is you want to do, don't be afraid to take the classes or the schooling or get a mentor, get something. You know what
Most
I'm
definitely.
saying? Because the
Most
knowledge
definitely.
is power.
Very.
But knowledge applied is even better. That's
Very-
what really
yeah.
makes things move, you know? Because if it wasn't for you having that knowledge
Mhm.
in those sessions, you definitely would have just crashed out.
Oh, for sure, bro. For sure, bro.
But you have a little bit of sense of knowing like the frequency got to go here and
Most
something's
definitely.
going on. I know at least where the problem is and where I need to
Most
attack
definitely.
this shit. Fire, man. When it comes to creating the music and everything that you do, like what inspires you to keep going or do this?
I don't know, bro. Like I feel like I was saying before, like it's that feeling, bro, that I like you get. Like I don't know, like as I get older, you know, like because I've heard so many sounds and so many songs, and like I feel like I don't know if you feel this, but like music kind of gets like I've heard kind of all the like most of the rhythms and like
Right.
most of the stuff. You know what I mean? Like
It's very, very, very rare that people are making new sounds.
exactly.
It's all the same sounds, just kind of, you know, recycled in a
yeah,
sense.
yeah, most
I
definitely.
feel that.
You know,
yeah.
and then like when like back to like being a kid, like when you're a kid, like you haven't heard all those sounds yet. You know what I mean? So like
it's new to you.
Exactly.
It's fresh to you. Yeah.
they're getting like that full fucking dopamine rush of that
Right.
fucking music, bro. Like
Right.
they're getting because that's the first time they've experienced it. You know,
That's an interesting way of putting
and
it. Yeah,
like
that's fire.
like getting older, it's getting harder to like find like really songs that I'm like, all right, you know, I really like fuck with this like song or like
Right.
this freaking album, you know.
Right.
And like it's just like, you know, I just want to create that feeling for people, you know. And I just want to make great music, bro. Like I just want to make like great music that's gonna be like timeless, you know. Like you'll be able to play it like fucking 10 years from now. I'm like,
And it
all
still
right,
hits.
it's still, yeah, you know, you're still there, you know. It's not outdated or anything. It's just
Right.
like that's, you know, kind of like what I want to do, you know.
That is definitely the best way to have longevity in this game, because a lot of people are making sounds and a lot of people are just making noise and rah and this and that, and it's gonna get lost in, you know, time and space.
Yeah.
But for the most part, when you do make that music that is timeless, like you said, years from now,
Yeah.
like to this day, people are still playing the Beatles and fall in love
Exactly.
with the Beatles and,
Exactly.
or you know, different bands or artists and things like that, because
Mm.
it's like there's a new fan every day because kids are growing, and just like you said, they're hearing those sounds for the first time,
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
it's that dopamine rush.
Exactly.
That's beautiful the way that you talk about music, because it's like in the essence of it, the art of music has been around forever.
yeah.
Forever, and artists have been around forever
Most
and will
definitely.
always be around.
Yeah.
When it comes to your artistry, like where do you see yourself in like 10, 15 years with it, or what is like the ultimate success for you?
Oh, well, I've always had it. I always want to like win a Grammy, bro. Like I feel like that's like the
Sick.
pinnacle, you know. Like, but
Sick.
like at the same times, like, you know, you hear like a lot of things like with the Grammys, you know, how like just like out of touch they kind of are, you know, and like, but I always felt like it'd be cool to like even be like nominated or something like that, you know. Like I feel like that would be like,
More of the recognition.
yeah, more the recognition, like,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, like we're human at the end of the day, you know.
Fire,
it's like
yeah.
it, you know, but also too, I want to be able to like at least make enough to where I'm able to support like my family, like my
Fire.
mom, my dad, you know, like just my people around me, you know, like just be able enough to support them and like kind of like, you know, make something, bro. I mean, like Arizona, like I feel like the scene hasn't popped off yet, you know what I mean?
It's still bubbling.
Like, you know, it's still bubbling, bro, and like there's people coming around from like different states, and like, you know, like there's more people coming in, you know, and I feel like it's bound to happen, bro. So I feel like, you know, now's the time to really like kind of come together and just kind of make something here in Arizona, just like, you know, make something dope here. You know what I mean? As a collective. You know?
Facts.
And like, yeah, bro. You know.
Let me ask you this: are you from Arizona, born
Yeah.
and raised?
Yeah. Born and raised AZ. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
My mom's actually from Honduras,
Okay.
and then my
Fire.
dad's from here too, but
Yeah.
his parents are from Mexico.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice for the culture,
Yeah.
for the Mexican culture. Put it on.
Most
I
definitely.
love that. I love that
definitely.
because I always say this. I love all artists, but if you Mexican, Latino, or something, I just love you a little bit more.
It's just that it's that little connection, bro. Like I don't know if you like because like I'm bilingual, right? And I speak Spanish, you know, like. But it's crazy, like whenever you talk to somebody like in Spanish, bro, there's a different connection
just
there.
hits.
It's just a different connection. You're like, oh, you're my kin, bro. Like, you know, it's
Facts.
like a blood kind of thing, you know, like
Yeah.
you just kind of feel it, you know.
Facts.
But
no, let me ask you this: have you ever created music in Spanish, or ever thought about
I
doing?
have on my EP that's releasing on the 31st.
31st.
I have one song where I have a little piece that's in Spanish, you know, a little piece in there, you know, because like I do have an accent, you know, so I've always had it kind of like I can speak fluently, but like the accent sometimes it kind of throws my ear off, you know what I mean? And I feel like if it throws my ear off, it might throw like the listener's ear off. So
Okay.
like that's why like I keep it very short and small, but more
It's in there though.
It's in there, bro, and
Yeah.
more on like my future works. I'm gonna have like more songs that
Yeah.
continue to have that.
But are you
Spanish
fluent
there.
in Spanish?
Yeah, I'm pretty fluent. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah. I'm fluent, bro.
Yeah.
It just, I have like a little accent. Sometimes I get some words mixed up, but I'm
Same
pretty
here.
fluent, bro. I'm pretty fluent. Yeah.
Same here. I'll do pretty good in real life situations where I need to communicate.
Yeah, exactly.
But, sometimes when I need to speak Spanish, it sounds like gibberish. Especially to people that really speak Spanish and only
Yeah.
soulfully Spanish,
Yeah,
They can tell that I'm,
Yeah, mom always called me the gringo. She's like, oh, el gringo, and I'm like, oh,
Mexican parents funny like
they're
that.
funny, bro. They're funny, man. I love my parents, man.
That's a fact, man. So when it comes to the music and this album or project you have coming up, you created the whole music from top to bottom, from scratch, all the beats and singing, or
Well, hold on. So like, I've worked with shout out to Raymond Mendez.
fire.
That's my boy, man. Like honestly, that's my boy. Like
That's the one we
he's
were talking
he's
about,
the,
right?
Yeah, he's the one that got me into music. You know,
Fire. And
He
he's still
pro-
making beats and
yeah,
stuff. I'm
yeah.
guessing,
He
right?
produced a lot of the tracks on the joint.
Sick,
I produced probably more than half the tracks on the joint.
sick.
And then I think I would like one or two songs I've gotten from like other producers.
Yeah,
And but I've added my own little like flavors in there, my own little sounds and stuff. Like I like to work really hands on with like all my stuff, you know.
yeah.
So yeah, the majority of the joints are like mostly me, you know.
Facts,
And,
facts. What is the name of the project?
It's called Moonchild.
Moonchild.
Yeah.
What is the inspiration behind that?
I've always liked like the nighttime, you know, and like the moon and the
Sick.
stars, and like Kid Cudi was probably like a big inspiration, you know, and like
Okay.
just kind of like the man on the moon, you know. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
Like I love that. Just I don't know, the moon's beautiful, bro. It just like I don't know, you know, just
Nighttime is definitely a different vibe.
most definitely.
If it wasn't for me trying to be like really just on point of things, I would be up all night.
Yeah.
And that, a lot of my life I've been working all through the night and then
Mhm.
sleeping through the day, but I try to switch my schedule now. You know what I'm saying? Be more effective during the day and
Yeah,
get my
yeah.
nighttime
Yeah,
sleep.
yeah.
But for the most part, I've had that same connection. So when you say Moonchild, I'm like, yeah, I feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just-
I'm very spiritual myself too, and I just feel like I'm connected to nature and connected to these things, the
Yeah.
moon, the sun, and everything. So
yeah, most definitely.
I love that about the project. Now, let me ask you about your artist name. What is the inspiration behind that?
Ordinary Child.
Yeah, Ordinary Child. What's the inspiration behind that?
Like I remember when I first like kind of came up with it, like I kind of wondered. I was like, man, I want something that sounds cool that nobody has. You know what I mean? Like that's like one of the main things. Like, and then I remember like just like I like Childish Gambino. I was like, I like the child part, you know. And then like I was like, all right, just what about like Ordinary Child, because like it could be like seen as different like ways. It could be seen like, okay, like Ordinary Child, like okay, like I'm just an ordinary person, that like basically found what he's good at, because everybody's good at something, everybody's
Facts.
good at one specific thing. Like I don't care who you are, like you're good at one thing, and then like it's up to you whether you decide like, oh, am I gonna do this thing that I'm really good at, that I really love, or like or am I gonna do something else? You know what I mean? So like it could be seen as that, like I'm just an ordinary person who found his thing, or it could also be seen as like I don't know if it's called like an oxymoron where like, you know, like a big dude and you call him little, you know what I mean?
Right,
like,
yeah.
Like ordinary child, like or maybe like extraordinary, you know, like
Right.
something like that, you know.
I love that.
It could be seen like multiple ways, you know.
Yeah.
So
But the inspirations of that's how you came up
yeah,
with it.
yeah.
And was there a name before it, or that
No,
it's
dude,
been that?
Dude, it's crazy because like it's been that. Like there was no name before that. I looked up like different artists, and I've yet to see like an artist named Ordinary Child. So
Okay,
it's like,
fire.
damn, like you know, all right, you know, am I the first one? You know, like
Facts, because that's one big problem I see a lot of artists get into is like they like a name or they like something and they look it up.
Yeah.
There's 10 more little this, or there's 10 more fucking
Most-
king this or
most
that.
definitely, bro. Like it's very hard to like find a name, and I feel like I just got lucky with it. You know, to be
Facts.
honest.
And when it comes to like search engine optimization, you have to be the first one to pop up when they
Yeah.
look up that name,
Mm-hmm.
especially for to get a lot more people,
Most
more,
definitely,
more
bro.
traffic.
Most definitely. I feel like that's the hardest. Like now, like as a, you like you know when you're making music as an artist, like you just want to make music, you know.
Right.
And you don't really think about like the business
The
side.
business side, it's
And-
very
and-
important
and-
though.
and it's fucking huge, you know. And like that's that kind of like that mental switch, you know, of like, all right, I'm gonna go from making music and now I'm a businessman, you know. That mental
Yeah.
is so like difficult, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it just it's a hard switch, you know. And I feel like I'm trying to like switch my mind, like have that switch where I like, okay, now I gotta make this a business because. I mean, you're gonna make what? Like, I made this dope ass EP
Right.
that I've been making for fucking years, like years, bro. I've been making this thing for like 4 years, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And it took like so much time, like so much effort, like late nights, just like fucking just going crazy in my room, you know, trying to create a sound, you know, like and like get it right, you know what I mean? And just the little details that like I was able to put in there, like. And get them to where like I'm like, all right, you know, this is finished. You know?
Exactly how I want it.
Yeah, this is like the best version that I can do of me right now. You know
Right.
what I mean? Because later on, you know, like hopefully I'll continue to evolve, you know, and like make doper stuff, you know. So, but you don't want to have that go to waste. Like
No.
it would be like a shame, you know. It's
Right.
Like I don't like I seen using that for that video DJ Khaled. Where he's like, it breaks my heart, you know. He's like that they don't believe in us, you know. He's like,
Yeah.
there's people out there that don't believe in us, you know. But like, I kind of I feel that way, you know. Like,
Yeah.
damn, like it breaks my heart that you know, it really breaks my heart. There's people out there that don't believe in us, you know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? Like, that's why you like, I want to believe in myself, bro. Like, you know, like.
That's a major key.
As hard as it is, you know, because I mean, I have my doubts. Like, man, like I have my doubts, bro. Like, just stuff going on in my mind. Like, damn, am I gonna be able to do this? You know, like, is this like the right path? You know, like, am I like, you know, like, I have my doubts all the time, you know, but like, I just feel like there's been something kind of guiding me in this direction, you know, and
That brings you back to this.
yeah, you
It
know,
reassures you that
Yeah,
this
like-
is where you're supposed to be with it.
exactly, you know what I mean? So, yeah,
Yeah, that's amazing because with creating music, and especially with you taking so long with this project and finally dropping it, there are so many ups and downs.
yeah,
There are some days when you're gonna feel like, man, fuck this shit,
most definitely,
man. But I
Most
feel like
definitely.
your love for it is way stronger than your doubt for it.
yeah, most definitely, you
Uh,
know, and I'm so blessed to have like the people around me, like my boy Raymond, you know, he's definitely not a yes man, you know what I mean? Like, you know, he'd come in my room and I'm like, I've been working on this, like, you know, this whole thing for like, I'll be working on something for hours, you know, trying to get the vocals right, whatever, you know. And I showed it to him, he's like, nah, bro, that's not it, you know, like,
Nice.
he's like, you can do better, bro, because like, I feel like he has a really high standard for me, bro. Like, he's like, you know, he really sees what like my potential, what I'm capable of doing, and like
Right,
whenever
right.
I don't come to that level, he's like, bro, you know, you can definitely do
You can
better.
go harder.
You know what I mean? And like sometimes, like a lot of times, I push back. You know, I'm like, you know, I really, because you know we all have different tastes. You know, so sometimes
Exactly.
there's some times where like I have a really strong connection towards something that I created, and I want to keep it in there. You know, and like, you know, he has a different opinion about it. You know,
Right.
but there's always we gotta mean that like that middle ground where you're like, okay, like I'm gonna do this for me this time. You know?
Right.
And like, you know, kind of like solidify that. You know, like.
Fact. Sometimes you just know what you want to create.
Yeah, exactly.
You-
Sometimes you just gotta go with your own flow, you know.
Yeah.
But it's always dope to have people like that because every time he would you know, give that kind of critique, you know, I go back and I be all pissed off, you know, and then I think about it, and then I just go work harder, bro. You know, I just go work harder, like I'm gonna get this motherfucker like this shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
And it's good to have people like that around you because, like you said, he's not a yes man.
Yeah, most definitely.
And sometimes people just around you. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let you put out some bullshit. Let you go out.
Yeah.
You know, and like nah.
Yeah,
bro.
that's cool, man.
That's
you know,
cool.
like you know, but like even my girl too. Like my girl, like she's really on that too, where she's just like, you know, like I know you could do better, and you know,
nice.
Even like with the promotion and stuff like that.
Nice.
Like, you know, like just the visuals, like just everything, you know.
What about like the whole process of now the project is done and creating the visuals and all the promotion behind it? How has that been for you?
It's been a learning curve, you know. It's been a learning curve, you know, like because like I said, like that switch is so like it's so hard to kind of get into, you know. But like I've never been much of like a media person, you know. Like I've always like, especially my beginning years of making music, you know, I just kind of make it and kind of keep it to myself, you know. And then like, but like, man, I like it's like I want people to hear it, but I'm so like shy to show myself, you know. But like over these like last part like few months, I've just been like, man, like, you know, like I gotta get this stuff rolling, you know, like just kind of like push content out and just kind of try to get some traction, you know what I mean? And it's been dope, you know. Like I'm coming out with a video. Hopefully by Halloween, if we can get it edited, you know, finished.
Right.
Hopefully by Halloween.
I believe you showed a snippet of it. On social.
Yeah. Like we're recording and stuff, and like the concept's like super dope, you know, and like we got like some crazy shots, you know, like
I saw that y'all were out in the
Yeah,
desert. Y'all were
dude,
playing in the desert.
it was
with some
crazy.
fire too, right?
It was fire, bro. Like I dug my own grave, bro.
Fire.
Like it was sick, you know, and then like it was crazy because like we thought it was gonna rain. Like we're like, oh man, it's about to rain, bro. And then you know, Rawson, he's the one that directed the video, and you know he was filming. He's like, man, he's like, I hope it doesn't rain because if it rains, I can't record, you know, because obviously the camera, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then it was just perfect. Like the storm was literally like a circle around us, bro. And then like the dust was everywhere and like the lightning. And,
yeah, y'all worked with it.
Yeah. It just came out. It was just perfect. You know, I was like, damn. So
Worked
like
out to your benefit for sure.
Most definitely. You know, so I'm really excited for the video to come out. You know.
And what's the video to? What song on the project?
It's to what's this? Party People.
Party People.
Yeah. Featuring Chinedu Anom. He's from Washington.
Sick.
Super dope, bro. Like his voice is like crazy. It's like I've never heard a voice like he's a rapper, right? And I've never heard a voice like his, bro. It's like it's kind of like a mixture of like a little bit of Travis Scott and a little bit of like kind of Kid Cudi, like that vibe.
Sick.
But like his voice is just like it's unique, you know. Like Tyler the Creator has a unique voice.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's like a voice like you hear him talking like, oh, that's definitely like, you know.
Right.
He's like one of those voices, you know.
Fire.
So he's hella dope. The video's gonna be pretty sick.
So when it comes to like collaborations and stuff, how do you go about that? Are you open to working with anybody, or are you very selective about who you work with?
I've been very selective, like for cause I've been very selective in my past, you know. And like with Chinide, like he kind of I think I popped up on his page on Twitter, like with my song Diana that I posted like I think back in like 2019 or 18, around there. And you know, and then I don't know if I started following him or he started following me, but somehow we started following each other, right? And then I was like, man, I was checking out his music, like, damn, I kind of like this dude, you know. And then I kind of waited a little bit, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna reach out to him, see if I can like, you know, work with them, you know. And then he responded back to me, you know, and I sent him a couple stuff, whatever. He's like, dope, I can work on this, you know, kind of hopped on it, you know, but you know. And
so y'all are just sending tracks out to each other.
Yeah, most definitely, yeah.
Sick.
But for me, like to really work with somebody, like I gotta really like be invested in the music, you know.
Right.
Because I do have like a specific sound that I kind of cater to, and like, you know, I want to make sure that it kind of, you know,
it stays in the same realm of that.
Yeah, well, not necessarily, but like it's just dope music. I just want to work with dope music, you know what I mean?
Right, okay.
So, yeah.
And you say that your style is indie pop.
Yeah, like indie alternative, like pop. I remember like a few years back, it was probably more like dream pop, you know, lo-fi-ish, you know, like more in the past. And I feel like now, like, as my mixing has gotten a little better, you know, like now it's kind of more how kind of like I want to have it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it comes to the actual substance of the music, like, are you putting your emotions into it? Are you speaking about your life situations? What is the like substance of it? What type of music would you say? Is it party fun music? Is it just good vibe music, or what do you feel?
It's more like lover boy kind of
Okay.
like lover boy kind of music, you know, like I've always liked Mac DeMarco, like, you know, how it's
Okay.
kind of like that kind of style, you know, a lot of emotion, like in it, you know, but I feel like each kind of song, like on like if you once the EP like comes out, you know, like there's so many, I feel like there's a lot of different genres in there. You know,
Fire.
like a lot of the tracks, you know, they're like a lot of different genres. You know, just like at the time, you know, like when I was just hearing something, you know, and like just played it, and it, you know, I feel like a lot of my stuff comes out a little different each time. I feel like that's why it took so long, because like I was continuing to evolve, you know, as I was making my songs. So like I'd make one song and then it wouldn't sound like that song, you know,
Right.
and then like the, you know, the older one, you know, and then like a newer one, I make a new one, it wouldn't sound
The vibe would just kind of grow and grow and
exactly, you know, because I was growing, you know, and like once I learned how to fully like really mix and like get my thing like right, you know, I was able to go back and like change little things and make it more cohesive, you know.
Sick.
And but yeah, it's honestly the EP is pretty crazy, bro. It's like
You're proud of it, right?
I'm very proud of it.
That's
like,
good, man.
very proud
Sonically
of
to
it.
where you want it to be.
Yeah, like it.
And it took a lot of time, huh?
Took a lot of time.
Yeah.
It took a lot of time, man. Yeah, I hope like, you know, it doesn't take this long again, you know, to drop another.
But definitely don't rush the process.
Yeah.
Definitely don't rush it. Create it on how you feel needs to be
Yeah.
done, how long it, you know, takes
Mm.
to create your masterpiece.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely.
Dropping October 31st.
October 31st.
October 31st. So I'm not sure if this is going to be out before, on, or after that day, but whichever one it is, guys, make sure you go download it, stream it, add it to your playlist, you feel me? Do all that. And down below, I'll have your IG so they can follow up with you, and your websites or whatever else you want me to put down there. But make sure y'all follow up with him for real and tap in.
Thank you, bro.
Tap
I appreciate
in.
that.
Really see what's up with, you know, Ordinary Child, because he's got something special.
Thank you, bro.
You got something special, and just the way that you speak about the music and the passion behind it, I know that it's not just, and how long it took for you to put it
took a long time.
together.
It took a long
Like
time.
it's not just gonna be something that
Yeah.
it's not gonna be just something thrown together, and I
Yeah,
love that.
there's definitely like something in there, I feel like, for everybody, you know.
Fact.
I definitely feel that.
But you do have other music out on all platforms.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Fire.
I've been releasing since I think I started like actually on Spotify, I think like 2017.
Fire. There you
Yeah.
go,
So I think I
man.
got like 8, I think it was 6, 7, like around there, like songs like that I put out, like little
Nice.
singles and stuff. Yeah.
Nice. So, what about like growing up creating music? Are you the only one in your family creating music, or do you have other people that create music as well?
Yeah, well, actually, my brother, like, he's kind of the like, he started out like when he was in high school, like, kind of wanted to like rap and stuff, you know.
Okay.
But he kind of fell out of it, you know.
And you never got attracted to that rap scene or the rap hip hop scene?
Like, I like rap. I do fuck with a lot of rap. Like, I mean, Kanye's like a big inspiration too.
Fire.
Like, just his music, and like Kid Cudi, and like, you know, Lil Wayne, and
But you've never made any rap music, or
uh,
have you?
I kind of messed around. Like,
But it's not out.
yeah, but it's not out. Yeah.
That's sick.
Me and the homies, like, every once in a while we just drunk, whatever, like, you know,
Freestyling.
we start making drill fucking rap.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, bro, you know, like full accent and everything, bro. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, bro, you know, fucking I forgot what we called it, man.
It's fun
But
creating this music.
It's fun. It's fun, bro, you know, like, yeah.
Yeah, man.
it's fun.
And with this project coming out, what do you anticipate like the reaction is going to be from your following that you have so far, and new people that are going to be? You think they're going to be fucking with it heavily?
I hope so.
Yeah. No, I feel
hope
it.
so, bro.
I
you
feel
know,
it too.
I hope so, man. You know, I hope.
But from a music standpoint,
yeah. If they like it, you know, they like it. You know,
Yeah.
if they don't, that's cool. You know,
right.
it's just, you know, I just hope that, you know, I'm able to continue to do it. You know.
Facts. You creating everything from home?
Yeah. I have my own home studio.
Yeah.
You know, I've been engineering for a little while now. Engineering a couple people too, like on the side and stuff like that, and you know, but
You got some artists that come pull up to the crib and record?
Most
Sick.
definitely. Yeah, like yeah, most definitely. I'm just trying to just continue to grow, bro. Like it's a process, you know, cuz like engineering is like before there was any rules, you know, like people saying like, you know, oh, you have to like compress and EQ, you know. Imagine like, I just like to imagine like, oh, like I always have that kid side, you know, like when a kid's going in to make music, he don't know what it is, you know. Like he just like you're just making stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and like as like I got to learn more, you know, it's like I don't want to lose that side of like that creativity there, you know, like where like you kind of go in and just kind of like throw paint around and shit, you know, like you're a painter, bro.
Let it flow.
Throw paint, you know, kids like just get dirty and shit and just throwing fucking glitter and fucking,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And but like that, but controlled, you know.
Yeah.
And like I don't want to lose sight of that, you know. So.
Yeah, kind of like structured chaos.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely.
In a sense.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. What about the difference between the first song you ever recorded to the music you're making now? How do you feel the growth has been and the process has been?
It's been crazy, you know, but I still like my first song. Like a lot of people say like, oh, you know, when they
it's trash.
Yeah,
I know,
yeah, yeah.
but you still fuck with it.
Yeah, because
Fire.
like, when I made it, like I made the most of what I could do at that moment, you know? Like I was still able to capture like the emotion, you know, and like the melodies were still there because I've always had that. I've always had the melodies and like, you know, I've always been able to sing and like just a little beat that I made on my phone, you know. I was making it on my phone.
It was all
bro.
through the phone.
Yeah, it
huh?
was all through the iPhone.
GarageBand.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah. I was
Shout
like,
out GarageBand for real.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody that's ever created anything on something that wasn't you know, interface, a microphone, that wasn't a studio setup, because a lot of us, that's where we started. Recording in restrooms, bedrooms, cars,
Most
garages,
definitely, man.
just anywhere.
most definitely. Like
Anywhere.
I remember I was in class, bro, and I just, you know, fucking. I don't know what the fuck we were doing, but I was making the song in there, bro.
You weren't paying
Mixing it in
attention.
and everything. I did all that reverb, bro.
Straight off the fucking iPhone. What was it, an iPhone or something?
Yeah,
Or,
I think it was either iPod or iPhone.
Sick.
Yeah, like one of the older fucking versions, whatever.
Sick.
Yeah. But like I still fuck with the song. Like you can still find it on SoundCloud, you know. But man, I still fuck because it still has that feeling, bro. The feeling's
Right.
still there, you know.
Right.
And I just hope I don't lose that, you know.
It takes you back to that moment.
Yeah,
the time
you know,
of creating that.
Yeah, like I look back at my life like, damn, I was a simp back.
I was a simp.
I was a simp, you know.
Hey, it makes for good music.
It
though.
does though.
It makes for good music.
Yeah, like I mean, artists. I feel like most artists are simps, bro. You know, because it just that like you gotta have that feeling, man, that
Yeah.
emotion, you know, like, and it just comes out, you know.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people, like that's why they connect to it because like
Exactly.
you know it's actually their feelings in words, you know,
Exactly.
or in sounds, and you know.
I think that when an artist is most vulnerable, it allows fans to actually become fans of the human behind the artistry.
Most definitely.
And I see that a lot in you. Like, you put a lot of yourself into it, so there's no doubt that there's gonna be people that are gonna connect to you and your music.
Yeah.
No doubt about that at all. You know, and when it comes to this project coming up, what can you tell the people about, like, what can they expect from future projects after this? And not to just kind of, you know, get past this project because it's a big deal, but the growth of the music, where is it going?
I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see, you know.
Yeah.
Just whatever I feel I'm feeling, you know, when it does come to start the next one, you know, like whatever I'm feeling, and I'm just gonna put my time and then my heart and just like all that in there, you know.
Yeah.
And this EP is it took a lot out of me, bro. Like,
Right.
When I made it, you know, it's like a whole part of me is there, you know. So I just wanna just continue to do that, you know, and hopefully I get to like inspire some people to like make music too, you know.
Facts.
Like, or even like just make something, you know, like as humans, we're all artists, you know, like we all create in our own ways, you know, and yeah.
You've always had that in you, that artist kind of passionate.
Yeah, I feel like I have, you know. I used to be, you know, like I was a kid, I used to make drawings and stuff. I used to draw. I used to be a really good drawer, you know. And I remember like in kindergarten, I was just drawing whatever, and the kids would come and like they'd be like, "Oh, let me get a little drawing," you know.
Yeah,
got drawings, you know.
That's
yeah,
what's
bro.
up.
Yeah,
That's
So,
awesome, man.
yeah.
What about any words of advice or words of motivation to anybody out there that's trying to do anything with a passion, whether it be music or, you know, culinary or painting or whatever it may be?
Yeah. Just don't listen to that other voice. You know, that voice is just like, you know, oh, like what if I can't do this, you know, or what if, like, you know, it doesn't turn out how it's gonna come out how I want it to, you know, or like, am I headed down the right path, you know? Just like follow, you know, your path, what you want to do, you know, and just don't listen to that. 'Cause there's gonna be there's gonna be a lot of negativity, like not only with other people, but with yourself, you know. And if you're able to like conquer those demons, you know, like, you know, conquer them, you know.
Facts, because the only person getting in the way of your success is you.
Yeah, most definitely.
Allowing other people's opinions or, you know, external just things to dim your light is one of the things that is literally like the main thing that stops a lot of artists from actually flourishing into becoming what they're supposed to be.
Most definitely.
Not only like in kids, but just even like adults and stuff, you know. Society has a way of trying compressing us or you know, marginalizing us
Most
into
definitely.
what we should be or how we should move or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad to see that you're following your passion.
Yeah, and I'm not like saying this like as someone who's done it. Like I struggle with these things
Every day.
every day, bro.
Facts.
Every day, you know. And
Facts.
it's like, you know, it's all about pushing forward and just like taking it just one step at a time, and, you know, all cliche, you know, but
Right.
you know,
It's-
really, bro, just take it one step at a time.
But now those voices aren't as loud, right?
Most definitely.
Right.
Most definitely.
Even though every day it is a struggle and it
Yeah.
is it's just not what it used to be.
Yeah, like when I came here, I was like so nervous, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I was in the car, like, and then like, you know, I finally got out and I met you, and I was like, oh, you know, it's kind of like, all right, you
We
know.
chilling.
Yeah, we chilling.
We're
you
just
know,
having a
like,
conversation, and that's the way. Honestly, like, just for the first time getting to meet you and the first time really chopping it up with you, like, I love to do it that way in front of the camera because it's more organic.
yeah.
And it is a little nerve wracking because a lot of the times, every time someone comes here, I have no structure to this. Really.
Yeah.
I have no set
You
questions.
do a great job, bro. I'm
I
not
have
gonna lie.
no. Thank you. I
Like,
appreciate.
like the questions, and just like I feel like as a podcaster, like especially like a host, like it's your job to like kind of lead the conversation,
Right.
kind of like, you know, get the other person to like
To open
kinda
up.
open up, bro. And
Right.
that's a skill, you know, and that's very hard to do, you know.
I
And,
appreciate that because my thing is I just want you to be comfortable
Mm,
and I want you to be yourself.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, I want people to not only see your artistry and what you're projecting, but in real time
mm.
see how you really interact with another human being.
Yeah.
And I'm
yeah,
just off the top, like nitpicking at your brain.
yeah.
How'd you do this? How'd you do? Where does this come? Where does that come from? And for me, that's the best way to get the content.
Most definitely.
That's what works for this podcast, at least. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Other people might have structure and this and that, but
Mhm.
I'm just glad that you hit me up a month in advance and we're like, yo, I wanted to show up to the podcast on this day.
Yeah.
And this, I'm like, fuck yeah, bro. Just hit me up around that time. If someone's not locked in, you're in, bro.
Yeah.
And it's just like that kind of love for me is why I continue to do this and why I continue to push for the culture of this, because I love artists.
Yeah.
And I want to see everybody win.
Most
you
definitely.
know, because at the end of the day, like, we are the community. You know what I'm saying? I have been doing this for a long time. Just like you said, you see me back when I was running around with different people.
Yeah.
And now we're sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm no different than I was then. I'm still the same kid with that fire, but now it's just like I have a little more knowledge.
Yeah.
And I know how to kind of orchestrate things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as you and everything that you got going on, I'm just glad to have you here right now.
Thank you,
because like Is this your first podcast ever?
Yeah, my first podcast
Fire.
ever. Yeah, my
Fire.
first podcast ever.
Yeah, I feel it. Yo, you guys, make sure when the project comes out tomorrow, you guys stream it, okay? Download that shit and add it to your playlist, man.
Thank you, bro.
Of course, thank you again for pulling up, popping out, and showing out to the people.
Thank you for having me, man.
Of course. Yo, this has been another episode of the Spirits of the Streets podcast, guys. Make sure you follow up my guy, download the project, and stream all the other music. You feel me? Anticipate the music video coming out. And just show love to all the work. Yes, sir. Shot by who again?
Roston.
Shout out Roston.
Rozzy Vision.
Rozzy Vision. You feel me? Shout him out. Book up with him too. It's all love. Yes, sir. Yo, thank you guys for watching another episode of the Spirits of the Streets podcast. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Until next time, bless up.